It's still got a little bit of that cashew nut character. There's a little bit of funk. We call it a funky character that comes across there. Tumbarumba Chardonnay is always a better wine over time. It's very similar to the Canberra one, although Tumbarumba Chardonnay looks very hurt early on, but gets better and better and better and better as a time. And these things here, screw caps, are fantastic things because they make the aging process a lot slower, so that you can actually pick when the wine's going to be spot on for drinking. As a wine, it was very tight as a young baby. But then it's blossomed out and it seems to be getting better and better and better. And the wine's won a few gold medals. This wine's won a few gold medals. It's won a lot of silvers. It's one of those ones that either it's a high silver or a low gold. It seems to be what happens in the wine show system. It's certainly a very good wine. You're talking about $25, I think, recommended retail. So it's fairly good to be getting gold medals, you know, against a lot of other companies that have got probably higher ended or higher price Chardonnays. Okay. The wine, 2017, so the major thing about the colour of this wine, you can see it's certainly not golden. A lot of Chardonnays after a couple of years can go that really golden character and they get that darker yellow. This has still got a green hue on it. It's very difficult on this table. It's certainly quite bright and green. And the thing about it is, on the nose, there's that little bit of a, as I say, we wild ferment this. It's still got a little bit of that cashew nut character. There's a little bit of funk. We call it a funky character that comes across there. And the idea of having that in there is to make it more Burgundian-like. We want to have those Burgundian characters, have that French style that we want to. As the wine opens up, it'll actually it blows out with the fruit. The fruit palette on this is the major thing. Is there's a little core of fruit. There's like a little ball of fruit, of Chardonnay fruit. It's that sort of just ball of that sort of fig, cashew nut characters. There's a touch of vanilla on there from the oak, but the oak's pretty minimal on this. We only use about 15% oak across it. And on the palate, it's still, the acid is the thing that sort of gives it zing. It gives it life, it gives it length. And the ball of fruit's still there and it's going to grow in further. So to me, this is probably, we're tasting this at a relatively good time, but I think actually in about another year, with history and experience, that I know that these wines, it'll be at its peak. And then you'll get a window of about 5 to 10 years when it'll be superb. And then who knows what will happen in that time, because I can't read the crystal ball yet. It's almost fish-based, so you can talk about Rieslings, and Semillons. To me, there's the acid carry on that would be really good for fish-based things, or sort of like a warm chicken salad. You wouldn't certainly know, this certainly wouldn't be any red meat or pork or anything yet, because it's not that style, it's more tighter. So you're looking more at the fish, the chicken-based dishes and salads and things like that too. So it's almost more of an aperitif wine or start-off wine before you want to get into, you know, if you're going to have a main meal, you'd be probably looking at that.